Today we're going to go over and review the book 5 Angles by Frank Delo Jr. So stick around. So to start off, this was a quick read. It was approximately 160 pages long, and it had various topics included in it for a variety of different people, and we'll go over that in a little bit. To start off though, I wanted to say this book's a little different than what I normally read. Normally I'm doing like research and I'm reading books that, you know, the authors were dead many years before I was even around. Or I'm reading books from people who have, you know, decades older than I am. So this was a little different. So the author, Frank Delo Jr., he's like around my age. It was kind of cool reading something from somebody who kind of grew up in the same time as I did. You know, born in the 70s or 80s, grew up in the 80s and 90s, you know, that kind of time frame. Which was kind of cool because I just want to say, if he ever sees this review, the Highlander reference was not lost on me.
There can be only one.
So the book starts off with the Delo family's specific style of Filipino martial arts. And he goes over principles and concepts and techniques specific to their style. Next, the author goes over self-defense, basic concepts and topics about violence, as well as the legalities of our actions in a self-defense situation. And then he goes on to a section on health and fitness. And especially coming from a health industry, I know that some people can get a little hoity-toity, get a little, you know. But his take on it was very down to earth, and I appreciated that. He follows up that with a section on teaching. Now, the author has a degree in education, you know, and I can appreciate that coming from an academia background myself. I thought it was really cool. And he makes some really good points, not just about teaching FMA, but teaching anything. Really valid points he makes in the book that can be a benefit to any type of instructor. In the next section, the author goes over many concepts on what to look for when selecting a martial arts school. He's really tapping into those beginning students, whether you're Filipino martial arts or Japanese or Korean, really doesn't matter. So this section is great for anybody just getting into martial arts. So he finishes off the book with anecdotes about his father and his family, which I thought were really interesting. He goes over times through his father's law enforcement days, his musician days, martial art days, just really cool anecdotes that really helps bring the book to life. Now, if I had to say a negative about the book, I think that my only negative would be the pictures, which isn't necessarily the author's fault. Some of them are kind of dark. Some of the pictures that I saw in the interview with FMA Pulse were also in the book. So I know the pictures are good. It's just a matter of having them printed and maybe have them listed, like picture 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, that kind of thing, to make it a little bit easier for the reader to go, okay, this picture is this picture is that, this goes here, this goes there. Other than that, it's minor, but if I had to say one thing, it would be that. So, in conclusion, 5 Angles by Frank Delo Jr., it was a quick and enjoyable read. It had good personality to it while delving into his family's martial arts style. This book is great for so many different levels, with topics that range that are applicable for the beginning martial artist all the way up to the instructor. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you at the next video.